My name's George. We're at the OHSU hospital. This is where I spent most of my childhood. I was born with a life-threatening disease called cystic fibrosis. My life as a child was pretty rough. I always had to go through some health issues. Growing up, I was always on treatments, doing breathing treatments, going to the hospital. This is where I spent most of the time. I would go home for about a couple months, come back, and stay 3 weeks. As I got older, I started to realize that this was pretty serious. Kids were making fun of me all the time because I was coughing. So that was just traumas always going through my head with my health issues. I've always felt different, not healthy. I couldn't breathe ever. And it kind of just made me grow up very quickly. And my age expectancy was 27. That's how long I was gonna be alive. Being a kid, knowing that you're gonna die at an early age, it does something to you. It really does grow you up quickly because you know you're gonna pass away before anybody else. Just knowing that was going through my head while I'm being made fun of all these things, it's constant anxiety, and it was always a mask that I've had to put on my face. You know, I've always wanted to express myself and cry and do all that, but I knew it wouldn't get me anywhere because I'm still gonna die. I grew up with a drug-addicted family. I'd say 80% of my family is all drug addicts, alcoholics. All these problems that are going on, and being involved in the environment of drugs and alcohol, I've always had hands on it, even as a kid. I started drinking at 12 years old, and it wasn't just a sip here and a sip there. I was actually really drinking, hiding it in my room. My family used to give it to me. They used to say, "Hey, take this upstairs and go have fun while the adults have fun." And that was a constant pattern. My dad is an alcoholic. You know, watching him kind of made me feel like it was okay. That's how I kind of solved all these problems, was just drinking. And, you know, on top of that, my dad was a very aggressive, abusive person. I always got whooped for no apparent reason, just because he's having a bad day. I always had to look at how his facial expressions were, what his vibes were, because I didn't know what I was getting, you know. Whenever he pulled up from work, I didn't know if I was going to be in trouble or not. I didn't know if I was going to get whooped. I didn't know if he was going to give me the silent treatment. I didn't know what was happening. I was always on guard. And I basically, you know, I just masked everything. I was always on guard. Everything around me was this circle going super fast, and I could never actually just sit down and take a break. And that's why I just started drinking. And drinking became into, you know, opiates, and I started smoking weed heavy with my friends. Came into Molly. Molly ruined my life. That was in high school. I thought I was cool selling drugs in school, and I had a lot of money, and then as soon as I touched Molly, everything just went down the drain. I lost all my money, I lost most of my friends. And then I became this isolated person, very by myself. Didn't want to talk to nobody. Started getting into relationships now, and they also cheated on me. That, you know, wasn't feeling right. Man, I'm rambling now. My entire life, I've been hit with all these problems, thinking that, you know, God did this to me. Why did he do this to me? And I was very mad at him. And it was kind of hard to believe that he was even true, because why would he do this to somebody? And, you know, later on in life, it was about 6 months ago, I was doing some whippets inside my bed, and I got, you know, the big, huge whippet canister, and that's kind of what I usually do, is I do big canister whippets every day and drink. And there was one night that I was in my bed and I was hitting the whippets so much to the point where I was gagging, and I was sleeping with it in my bed. And I was continuing to hit it, even though I was gagging and I was completely full of gas, nitrous oxide. And I just kept wanting it. Why? And so that next morning, I wrote a goal list, and I said that I wanted to build a relationship with God. And I went on a couple weeks, and someone gave me a devotions book. And I started reading a couple pages here and there. And this is the time where I began my own business, and I was on my own. I quit my job. I just started this business. And I looked up in the sky from dumping the truck one day, and I just realized, like, man, I'm doing all this on my own. And where I was before, I had all these problems. I was a very angry and depressed person, and I got this big woof in my face, and I looked up to God and I said, thank you so much, God. I know this is you. You answered my prayers. And I immediately felt relieved. All this anxiety and anger and stress, all these things that I carried in me from all these years have finally just left. And I felt clean. It gave me tears of joy, and I've never ever had tears of joy in my life. I had the biggest smile on my face, and I was crying. And there was some person that came up next to me that I went to school with, and he knew my truck, and he's like, George, I have tears in my eyes. I'm like, I'm not crying because I'm sad. These are tears of joy. And it was just an amazing feeling. And that's when I began my journey with God. I'm just thankful for God. Thankful for what he does for me every day. All this time, you know, I've always thought that he wasn't there for me, but he was. He definitely was. I think what he did was that he gave me all of the problems that he could in the beginning to see if I could fight through them, and I showed him I did. And now I'm free. I'm free of all those problems. I'm loving life. I'm enjoying everything now. I see what he wants me to do. And I'm so thankful that he even gives me the opportunity to go through that. I'm trying every single day to be better. Trying every single day to be a better husband, better father, better friend, just a better human being in general. I want to be more like him and less like myself. And man, I just can't be more thankful enough to be here. And I love you, God.